Hello everyone and welcome to Shara Me with Books. My name is Edshara and today I'm sharing my January TBR. So for right now, this month's TBR is made up of only my books. If you watched my goals video, you will know why. I was planning on going to the library, but I do have several books on hold. And what usually happens to me is I will go and check out several books, and then several of my holds will become available, and then I have to try and scramble to read all the books. So I put off going to the library for right now. I may go in the middle of the month. If I do go later this month, I'll just share whatever books I pick up in my end of the month wrap up. So my first book this month is Vanish by Tess Gerritsen, and this is the fifth book in the Rizzoli and Isles series. You guys have heard me talk about this series a lot. It follows homicide detective Jane Rizzoli and medical examiner Maura Isles, and they work together to solve crimes. And the stories are really complex, and I really love the different layers that they have, and I love being able to continue and grow with characters. So I'm excited. I'm currently reading this one and really enjoying it. The next book is one that I've technically been reading since November. At the time, I thought it was the perfect fall read, and it is Family Tree by Susan Wiggs. And this is about a woman who, she's living and working with her husband in California. And then after a series of traumatic events, she ends up going back home to the family's maple tree farm. And it's not that I'm not enjoying the book. The book is just very dense, and so it's taking me a little bit longer to read, so I haven't really been picking it up as much. But I do plan to finish this. I'm just not exactly sure when it will be, so you may see this in next month's TBR as well. We'll see. Then I have Mrs. Smith's Spy School for Girls by Beth McMullen. This is the first in a series, and it follows a girl named Abigail who discovers that the boarding school she's been trying to escape from is actually a cover for a secret spy ring, and her mother is one of the top spies in the agency. And when she goes missing, her and one of her classmates has to try and track her down. And I'm really hoping that I love this one, because this was one of those ones I bought without reading, but I also hope that I enjoy it because the second one is already out, and then I think the third book in the series comes out later this year. So if I enjoy it, I'll be able to buy a couple more books. The next book is my Christian fiction pick of the month, and it is Engraved on the Heart by Tara Johnson. And this one follows a debutante named Keziah who lives with her family in Savannah during the 1830s. The Civil War has just started. And while her family is very much Confederate, Keziah is realizing that she is more of an abolitionist. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Keziah also has an illness that her family, specifically her parents, wants her to keep hidden, at least until they can get her married off to some rich suitor. And so far the book is so good. I'm really enjoying it. I just started it yesterday, and I'm already 220 pages in, and I think this is a 400-page book. So I'm loving it, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And the last book that I have is my first book versus movie pick for the year, and it is Room by Emma Donoghue. This will be a reread for me. I first read this book several years ago, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to see if my thoughts are the same or if they change. I'm also really interested in watching the movie. I've been wanting to watch it for a while now, but I wanted to reread the book first. And this follows a woman who was kidnapped, and her captor has held her captive for several years. During that time, she has given birth to a son whose only knowledge of the world is this room that they are held in. And so it's just a story of how they cope with being in the room and their attempts to potentially get out of this situation. And I'm really looking forward to reading this and then watching the movie, like I already said. But I'm so excited for this, so I can't wait to get to this one. And that is it for the books that I have to read this month, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, God bless. Bye. Plus, the book fluctuates between the past and the present, and I'm more interested in the present.